Hi, welcome back to Velo News TV. I'm Neil Rogers. I'm here today with Ben Turner, manager of the Cliff Bar Development Team, and we are outside the Cliff Bar Development Team warehouse. This has got to be the first interview I've ever started where the person I was chatting with was just on a saw cutting wood and putting together a pump. Tell us first of all, what are you up to today? What's going on here?
Putting together a diesel fuel pump filter system for running our team bus on waste vegetable oil.
And so that's a great segue into what's going on with this team. We sort of we saw it last year, the TIA Craft Cliff Bar Development Cross team. You guys were in, the whole Stop Global Warming or Start Global Cooling and the credits, but it seems like the team is sort of taking it to the next level this year.
Yeah, last year was kind of a test run for us to see what we could do as a bike team in terms of operating more sustainably, reducing our impact on the environment as we travel all over the country racing bikes. And this year we kind of took all the different areas of focus that we have and made improvements or tried to find new things that would help us become more sustainable. And one of those is, instead of traveling everywhere in a regular gasoline vehicle and buying wind energy credits to offset the CO2 emissions, we decided we'd try to use a more renewable fuel source, and we now have a new team school bus that can run on waste vegetable oil.
And it's fair to say that this is still, obviously with you on the saw there, this is still a work in progress. The Kentucky weekend is approaching quickly. So, and you said last year was one thing, like with the USGP here in Boulder, where you live in Boulder and you know the community, and talk a little bit about the challenges that brings.
Oh, all summer long I was thinking, phew, thank goodness the Grand Prix doesn't start till late October, because it gave us a lot of breathing room to put these new projects together. Still though, it's always down to the last minute. Last week I was driving our bus home from New Hampshire, and I think I've spent probably 100 hours on that thing, driving it, working on it, installing bike racks, and you name it. So it's a big project.
But I mean, in terms of when you go to the races, when you're in Kentucky or when you're in Portland, you're going for the zero waste. I mean, on top of everything that is involved in being a team manager in terms of just getting bikes running and getting hotels and meals and everything else, you're actually trying to. The approach here is that there's going to be zero waste within the team.
That's one of the other big initiatives for the team, is to try to work with the major events that we go to and minimize the impact of those events. And the easiest way is to have on-site recycling and composting, and to work with all the expo vendors and all the food vendors to make sure that they're not distributing a lot of waste at those events. And last year we did a nice program at the Grand Prix in Boulder, and it was really easy because we have EcoCycle here in town and all the resources are just a short drive away. This year we were able to expand that program. The US Grand Prix jumped on board big time, and thanks to the Grand Prix organizers and thanks to Crank Brothers, we put together a whole program for zero waste events at all the Grand Prix races. So we're taking it on the road this year, in the bus, working with all the local promoters and all the local venues, and doing zero waste in Kentucky, New Jersey, and Portland as well.
Well, for people who may or may not be completely familiar with this program, I mean, just a little bit of history. This is the program that you work with the Slipstream Road team as manager, sort of logistics guy. Is that fair?
I did through the end of September.
Oh, okay. So that's no more.
Yep.
You're just solely focused on this team.
For the next few months. I'm actually going to be working as a farmer next year.
That's news to me, really.
Yep.
Here in Boulder.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.